I'm the doctor, by the way. What's your name?
Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life.
Because your mind.
I just go whatever I'm living, it never matters. I'm in line with my dreams. I executed in my patterns. I'm consistent. Run it back if you ever miss it. Keep it clean, but so hard that it feels explicit. Listen, stay shining. My life forever beams, body MCs in the line in between. So respect the queen from Queens. I want to see, and I do all of this in the voice that I've seen. I can't pretend to be anything that I'm not. I came to leave a mark, and I will be the right spot. I will do it to the day I'm in my brain is about to rock. Cause I love it and I feel like it's the only thing I've got. It's the one thing I get right all the time. I don't write all of the time, but when I'm writing I shine. Write it all up in line, humble yourself. Make sure you're arrogant, smash your grind. See, when I'm rocking I'm fine. It's the time in between that really kills me. This is what I do, can you feel me? See, this is music from my soul, it's the real me. If you wanna steal my flow, you gotta steal me. And even then, I'll still be shining. Locked in the basement, rhyming. Hanging on the wall, so my cat doors keep the perfect timing. Team DY on the other side grinding. Keep fire
Sound without focus, this is just noise. This rap is just boys. Sure like a fine wine word. Look at this twin that burn from a timeline. Imagine the father to the whole shadow. Damn. I'm actually the hardest profile. African artists like a girl with the same game. And how we wide open, run up with the same thing. Word, let's switch it up. Yeah, I know, drop it low. No less pick it up and shit, gotta go. Stay top, catch me where the hoppers in the poppers go. Grabs in the barrel like popping up. Talking about Geronimo, rapping facts on my river. Stop snitching, ain't never been for no drug dealers. Yeah, I said it, get out when you felt the way. Freedom is the target, ain't ready to build it yet. Yeah. Fire to the top. Hey. Fire to the top. Police. Yeah. Yeah. Fire to the top. Fire to the top. Yeah. Yeah. Fire to the top. Bring your rhyme. Fire to the top. Right. Yeah. Fire to the top. Yeah. Fire to the top. Fire to the top. Fire to the top. Fire to the top. Fire to the time. Fire to the time.
Yeah, all right. We are live in effect from Tampa, Florida. Welcome to High Tide Stick Radio. You're on live with the Doc MistaTre. It's Friday, F off Friday. You know what we do on F off Friday. We're going to find something that's going to piss us off. We're going to tell it to fuck off today. Oh, yeah. You already know that. That's how I get down. On F off Friday, that's my chance to be like, fuck off. Fuck off. Somebody's going to fuck off today. I don't know who. We'll get to that. Comments welcomed on that note. Shit. We're going to find out who the hell's getting told to fuck off today. Trust that shit. So, it's, again, it's F Off Friday. By the way, opening music by Dynasty featuring Takal. Stay Shining, by the way. A absolutely wonderful artist from Queens, New York, and is the #1 artist here in Tampa. That's right. I play my competition because I ain't a buster. Yeah. Real shit. Only a buster wouldn't play his own competition. If you had a radio show and you were a recording artist and you don't play other people, that's some buster shit. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. Are you prepared to learn radio etiquette right now? If you don't play your opponents, your enemies, and your competition, even your friends in hip hop, you're a buster. You can disagree with me on that. I promise you. I'll allow it. The courts will allow it. The courts will allow it, will allow you to disagree on it. But I promise you, you're wrong. Because the number one thing that is humility is realizing that even if you are really good at what you do, or even the best or one of the best, there are other great people out there as well. And you should respect that and you should play them. So anyway, F off Friday. I've got a couple of things that I would love to tell to go fuck off today on F off Friday. Believe me, I'm not really sure, what that's going to be yet. I haven't really thought it out. I haven't really, put the plan on it yet. And so since I haven't really thought about it or put the plan on it yet, I honestly don't know. Let's see here. Now, outside of that, let's see here. So, we have to go and we have to hear about this Donald Trump does Dr. Seuss thing. You guys got to hear about this. It was hilarious. It was on Jimmy Kimmel Live the other night. And I mean, I didn't get to it yesterday. I never got back around to it, I should say, but it was absolutely freaking hilarious. And so, we're definitely going to revisit that, of course. Other than that, let me see here. We got some stories today, as always. 106. Sorry, we had to kill the camera real quick because you can't see. I can't let you see what's going on. Let's just say that, and we'll leave it at that. And it's, you can eat a nizzle. But anyway, so all of you viewing, you ain't seeing nothing right now. Get over it. But anyway, so it's because I want to show you. Damn it, that's why. So anyway, stories today that we're gonna have going on. First and foremost is this one. There we go. Now that you guys can see it, I can explain it. Okay, so money and weed, right? That's two things that belong together. Let me tell you, that belongs together more than ebony and ivory. You have no idea. But anyway, so the lead story today is, of course, the one that we didn't get to yesterday. U.S. government budget protects medical marijuana, but snubs veterans and retail pots sales in Washington, D.C. Interesting story. We're going to reach that. Here's your next one. DEA. You got to love those guys, right? Everybody loves the DEA. DEA allows cannabis imports to facilities to facilitate the big farm of marijuana. See, for those, I'm going to call them, for those slow comers in Colorado, friends of mine, of course. This guy is freaking brilliant, by the way. I've seen this doctor on CNN. I've seen him on NBC, MSNBC. I've seen him on just about every cannabis show you can think of. And but anyway, he's really like the leader. By the way, his name is Dr. Raphael. And I don't know, I'm going to probably butcher his name, and that's why I wanted it up on the screen, but I believe it's Michulam. And anyway, Dr. Raphael, we're going to call him because I don't want to keep butchering his last name. It's kind of like Michelle Vasalinda. I screwed up her last name so much, I just started calling her Rep Michelle. But anyway, of course, the great representative from the great state of Florida who is in the Florida State House. And but anyway, so this cannabis research pioneer, Dr. Ralph, he has an impassioned call for clinical trials. So he is working to get clinical trials done. So those are some of the stories we're going to talk about today. And then also, of course, we'll get into a little bit more stuff. All my NFL fans out there, I'm a high five you through the, through the air right now. Mostly just because, I love you to death, but my NFL fans, I got to hit you up with these things. All right, sorry about that. Mic was cutting out. I think I just fixed it. But anyway, so there's my Facebook page, by the way, for anybody who cares. I didn't realize I was sharing that. So, oops. So there's a lot going on in the news today. And so we're going to go over that. And also, I really want your ideas on who should F off today. I know my cousin would probably tell, school to F off because it's his last day of school before he starts his Christmas break. I know my other cousin, the older one, who's actually tinier, would probably tell, God knows who to F off, probably everybody on the way to work because she's crazy. She would tell drivers to F off on the way to work. I think that's hers. Hers would be drivers. She would be like, F off, drivers. All you drivers can F off today, okay? All you drivers can burn in hell and rot. That's how she comes across, dude. It's crazy. She's funny. She cracks me up. She was like, fucking bitch. I know you were laughing in the background and she's laughing because I ain't lying. She just snaps. You know what? If anything happens to me or her boyfriend or anyone around her, she may or may not end up on an episode of Snapped. I'm just saying. She does. She'll be driving. She'll be like, fucking move. Sounds like she has Tourette's sometimes. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, do you have Tourette's? I was like, I'm not making fun of people who have Tourette's. I'm just saying you come across very Tourette-y. She's a trip though. She's a trip. I love her to death. She's a trip. Like that is my road dog right there. Let me tell you. She's a trip. She cracks me up. Oh my God, she's funny. I love you too, man. But I'm also trying to conjure out the Beats pill right now because I have no outward speaker in the studio and I really want to borrow it. And my outward speaker for the studio just happens to be on the boat because I'm retarded and I left it on the boat. So now that you are completely in my business and we've got you updated and I'm actually dressed for the show now. I felt a little underdressed there for a minute. I forgot to put my jersey back on. But anyway, so we've got a lot of things going on. Also, coming up next week, we introduced the new commercial lineup. I'll be working on this all weekend. Thank you, little cousin. You can say thank you. They can hear you on the air. Yeah, he hangs out. Love him. We went shopping last night. It was fun. He bought me dinner. Such a gentleman. You know, if you're going to take me out on a shopping date, at least buy me dinner. He's a gentleman. He didn't try to get fresh with me, mostly because we're family and I'm a dude. But no, seriously, it was fun. We went shopping for his mama. Tiny older cousin. So me and medium-sized baby cousin went shopping for tiny older cousin. If that just conundrum fuck makes sense what I just said. But anyway. It was the beat pill popping. Hold on, switching the board around, folks. Okay, that should work. That should work. Oh, wow. Oh, it's working now. Definitely working now. Anyway, I wonder why I don't hear anything then. That's bugging me. Is it this one? Check. 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 Cool, I guess I don't need these headphones anymore. All right, cool. So anyway, now that we've got my situation fixed, let's see. There we go. Oh yeah, okay, so we got audio. Okay, now let's put that way the hell away from us so we don't pick it up. The things I go through, I tell you. Let's check it now. Let's check. Okay, now we have it. All right. So anyway, let's check it again to make sure we get the gain on it. Gain right there. All right, that's good gain. Because I don't have to like sit up and lean on the mic. Because I mean, I like to lean on the mic. I like to make out with my mic. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But I'm sitting up too high to make out with the mic. Maybe I drop my chair. There we go. All right, now we're at a good level. But see, I feel like my chest should be that is about 3 inches above my head for the video, for all you video people out there. But anyway, so again, with that said, we went shopping for his mama last night, and we went to dinner at the food court at the mall. So we were totally mall rats, and it was fun. And we had a good time. I like hanging out with him. He's a good kid. Sometimes I want to beat him with a body part of his own. Other times he's a good kid. So, but much, I really describe most kids to me are like most kids in general. They are crazy, they are annoying, and they are absolutely wonderful. And that's just what it is. And so anyway, and he's no different than any other kid. He's just really smart, and he's kind of a nerd, and he's my nerd. Because I'll fuck you up, you fuck with my nerd. That is my nerd. Don't ruin him. So anyway, now with that out the way, today I have to go shopping with super baby tiny cousin, who, super tiny bigger cousin. Older cousin. There you go. Super tiny older cousin. Thank you. See, she has to correct me with my own nicknames for people here. But anyway, I have to go shopping with her today. But it's I'm going shopping for my kids and back in Colorado, and so we're gonna be playing Santa today.
It's gonna be fun. Oh, I don't wanna.
Let's see.
I need a vacation.
Wonder why he's saying that. See, people got like I love when people hit me up on the show, but then sometimes I'm like, I wish you wouldn't hit me up right this second. Because it's something I need to answer because it's one of my people that call into the show. You can call in if you want.
Huh? You say something?
No, not to you.
Oh.
I hate this computer.
Okay, lighter. My lighter is gone. Do you have my lighter? Do you have my lighter?
Hold on. Okay, so my boy says he tried to call, but I don't see no call.
Who did?
Oh, that's my fault. Oops. Okay, never mind. It's my fault. Well, it's because I fucking I put the phone on airplane mode. He's been trying to call and it's been going straight to voicemail. It's my fault. That's what I say. I'm like, call again. Okay. Oh my God, I love Chris. Chris Watkins going to be calling in, by the way, our Michigan insider. He hasn't been on the show in a while, so excuse me. I would imagine that he's going to have some shit to say. Just thinking out loud. Okay, so we have a new voicemail from Chris. We still don't have a call from Chris, though. Anyway, so now that I've been utterly distracted and I'm ADD, which is totally unfair, just for the record, I'm going to call him.
There he is.
What's up, buddy?
What's slapping?
Oh, same old, same old. Just
Man, how was that?
doing a little radio show, nothing serious.
Sorry I haven't been around lately. I've had to play Mr. Investigator.
Yeah, you know, and providing this is something that we can talk about on the air. You're funny. Providing this is something you can talk about on the air, I would love to know exactly what that really means, because I'm kind of confused by that. Like you just said, plain detective, and I was like, okay, I'd like to know what that means, and we just never got back to each other, and so I was like, okay, so without further ado, by the way, please, drum roll.
This is what I've been talking about the whole time about Bay City, Michigan.
It's awesome.
Me and my friend, marijuana grow, got broke into.
What?
Yep.
And I'm guessing the cops aren't going to help you at all.
Nope.
Because it's not like Colorado at all, where like if you do it there, you're breaking into a legitimate business. You'll go to jail. You'll be investigated just like anywhere else. I figured in your place, it's probably not like that at all.
Yeah, and the terrible thing about it is I'm in a commercial industrial zone. I'm not like by a bunch of houses or churches or inside the city or.
Right. Well, and that's really weird. Like, I mean, so plain detective. Now, if it is, and I want you to understand that I have at least enough of a legal knowledge and background to tell you this disclaimer before I ask you my question. Okay. If it is going to be detrimental, or if anyone hearing this or seeing this show could fuck up your fucking investigation, then
there's a reward.
Okay, I was gonna say don't share any but what I'm saying is don't share any information that could help them hide or conceal themselves. But with that said, kind of give us an idea of what happened. Like,
Well, both buildings are alarmed to an alarm company,
okay,
and the people broke in.
okay,
Less than 60 seconds after they popped. 60 seconds after they popped the door, they called the cops. Okay, it took the cops 25 minutes just to get to where we are located.
Are you kidding me?
It took them 40 minutes to even get to one of the buildings that was broke into.
Wow, that is
all on video camera.
That is very unimpressive. Why so long? Is it because of the rural area or what?
It's not that rural.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm outside the Bay City limits. I'm in Bangor Township.
Right.
But it's right off a major road. I mean, I could walk to the police station in 25 minutes.
Interesting. So, oh my God, that's so fucking horrible.
Yeah.
You can walk to the goddamn police station.
That's the thing got to me.
In the time it took the police to show up.
On a silent alarm.
On a silent alarm, meaning the criminals didn't even know the cops. Obviously, the criminals didn't know the cops weren't coming because they're like, hey, the response time out here is terrible.
Right.
Seriously.
Right. It's nuts.
Okay, so continue on with this now. Oh, actually, hold on. Give me a second. Let's go to break. Let me do the commercials, get those out of the way. I'm going to place you on a brief hold, and I'll bring you back in after we come back from the commercial break, okay?
Of course.
We are not done with this story.
No.
No, not at all. So for all of you guys out there that don't know, Chris Watkins on the line, our Bay City, Michigan insider, who is unveiling to us a actually very serious issue that the operation was broken into, and that there may be something to this. Like it's not unintentional, and so we are absolutely not going to let this go. We're gonna be talking about this definitely throughout the show. We'll be right back after the break. I'm of course the Doc MistaTre, and you're listening to the Doc MistaTre on High Tide Stick Radio, live with the Doc MistaTre, coming to you from Tampa, Florida. You're listening to me, the Doc MistaTre, on YouTube Live. Yeah, I'm a real doctor, like Dr. Phil's a doctor, only sexier and bald. Wait a minute, he's bald. Brown. No, he's kind of tan. Just sexier. Yeah, sexier. You're listening to the Doc MistaTre from Tampa, Florida, live on YouTube. TreZona Graphic Design, leading Colorado Springs and Tampa in graphics for events, concerts, weddings, and more. Also designing logos for businesses across the country. Visit us on Facebook at TreZona or email us at trezonallc@gmail.com. Want to know how that's spelled? Easy. TREZONA. TreZona. Need ink? Tired of getting shafted by artists that say they know what they're doing and or just being charged for subsequent work? Then you need the ink crew at Living Art Tattoo. Living Art Tattoo, the artists are trained in the customer experience, and it's the ultimate goal of owner Big Mike. Living Art Tattoo is located on Airport and Academy in Colorado Springs. Stop in where integrity matters. That's why the slogan is, yes, it hurts. Living Art Tattoo. High Tide Stick Radio wants to remind you to not do anything stupid on marijuana. You know, like get busted by your parents. Stupid. You're listening to The Doc live from Tampa, Florida. Yeah. And welcome back, by the way. I'm trying to get Chris back in here. He's probably like, damn, that's the longest commercial break ever. But it probably is. But anyway, so here we go. So you still with me?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, so before we went to break, though, Chris was talking to us about the ever so horrible, don't want it to happen to anybody ever, not anybody I know at least, and that's the break-in. So the grow operation was tantalized. Now, by the way, if you can divulge this, again, I'll probably say this several times just to keep you, kind of in line with me on that. But as far as like, money, did they get it, or is it just a regular warehouse where you don't have none of that shit there?
I don't know. They got a bunch of stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they probably, I'm still concerned that why did it take the cops so long? Because let me tell you something. This is all these guys heard when they broke in. Fucking crickets. That's all they heard. So my concern is if all these son of a bitches heard was this when they broke in, why did it take so much time for the cops to get there?
Yeah, that's our biggest concern, because the national average response time for a silent alarm, even in a busy city like New York, is 7 minutes.
I was going to say it's probably 6 to 7 minutes in a big city like New York. A place like Colorado Springs, the response time actually is 3.5 minutes to be exact.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. That's doing your job.
No. Don't be mistaken by it's doing your job. It's actually over budgeting and overloaded police force. The Colorado Springs police force is way too big for that city.
Yeah, that might be so, but here's my theory. At least they're protecting you.
That's the trade-off right there. That's the hands down, balls to the wall trade-off right there. Yes.
I'm a tax-paying citizen, and so is my other friend.
Exactly.
And we're not getting justice. There's no protecting and serving anything here.
Exactly. You're not doing your job. You're a joke. You're a laughing stock.
And on video, once the cops got there, we asked to have the building fingerprinted. They shine the lights on the doors and stuff. Oh, there's no fingerprints. We're not calling the crime man.
You can't see fucking fingerprints with a flashlight.
Thank you.
Right?
Right. I've been robbed before, so I know how it is. We hired private investigators from New Jersey to find out the information we found.
And that's just ridiculous. Like, you shouldn't have to hire investigators from out of state in order to get on it. And I guarantee you, what is it? The alarm company is probably having something to do with the investigators that you're getting?
No, we actually looked these up and found them and talked to them for about 3 or 4 days and sent them the video, and they sent a little teaser back and told us they have faces.
Wow. So this is crazy. Like, I'm really like, it's just, I mean, it's one of those things where I think that the proper way to word this, I guess, if there is a proper way to word this, is that we have to look at it like, we have to look at it like the way I look at it. And that's, how do you explain this the right way, man? Like, you have to look at it the way I look at it, and that's that these things do happen, right? But,
oh yeah.
But the problem that I have is at what fucking point, at what fucking point do response times take, and you know what it is? And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to call it on the bullshit that it is with this right here. Okay? The cops get a silent alarm call and they don't think it's anything. So they take their sweet ass time. They finish lunch and then they show up.
Well, here's the problem.
It's something
they've been to one of the buildings before.
Oh, so they know.
So they know what it is.
So they don't give a fuck.
Absolutely.
Oh man, and see, that's just fucking terrible, because at the end of the day, you're still a taxpayer and you're still a business owner. You don't have to like my fucking business. The cops, if a chick gets fucking, raped at a strip club, just because you don't like strippers doesn't mean that she's not a fucking woman with rights.
Right, exactly.
You know,
we've
if
totally been discriminated against.
If you don't pay a prostitute, it's robbery, right? That's always the funny joke. But here's the thing is, you can still rape a prostitute at the point that it becomes a non-business transaction and she doesn't want you around anymore. You are now violating her. This business being violated by a perpetrator is no different. And that it blows my mind that they took their sweet ass time because they knew it was a fucking grow shop. And you know, the irony in that is that I think we saw this early on. But it was sort of like, at first cops were like on the scene, quick to response, because they're looking more for it to, you know, be something to blame the blame the what do you call it, the owner, like you. Yeah. And then
for being a grower. Oh, it's your fault because you're growing medical marijuana and that's why you got robbed.
Yeah, exactly. And seeing that, and you can't do that. You can't denote that. You can't say that. You can't even put that in your fucking, like, you know, cop notes. And so I look at it like this: if it's something you can't put in your fucking cop notes, then how in the hell are you gonna tell me that? I just, oh, it drives me nuts. It's the same reason why the cops take
it's outright discrimination.
Yeah. This is the tragedy of the police department. This is why they take 2 hours to show up to a fucking robbery in the hood. They take five fucking minutes to show up to actually, that's actually giving them too much credit. They take 10, 15 minutes to show up to a drive-by. They take fucking, you know, it's like if there's not a squad car within a reasonable amount of space of that area where they have no excuse, right? Then they take their sweet ass time. They finish lunch. They're like, oh fuck it, it's Lincoln Heights, fuck it, it's Cleveland Heights, fuck it, it's 8 Mile or 7 Mile, fuck it.
Yeah, the first thing they did once they got into the one building, count the plants.
See, why are you counting plants? Look, motherfucker, I run this bitch. Let me do the inventory. Right now, why don't you start doing real cop shit?
Right.
That's just insane to me. So you got everything on video, though?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who it is? Do you know that? Like, do you recognize the perpetrator, or were they masked?
Well, we haven't got the full video back yet. Oh. We're working on that today. But, yeah, the investigator said that if we know the people, you'll recognize them.
Oh, so, like, the video's that good that you'll be able to tell who it is?
Oh, yeah.
And he's saying, like, they were dumb enough to not even go masked.
Oh, they had hoods on.
Oh, they did the
hoodie? And black carpet coats. And, yeah, they tried to cover their faces, but they didn't do a very good job.
Huh.
Technology is a beautiful thing.
I love technology. I use it every day to, broadcast my show. Shit. So I love technology for so many other reasons. But so I really think that based off what the cops are telling you, that this is about to turn into one of those old want moments. However, my question is does the insurance, were you able to be insured? And then from there, my question goes to is that, will the insurance company help you so that you can recover, recoup, and be back doing what you're doing as quickly as possible while they go after the criminals for restitution?
Nope.
They won't back you?
No, to get marijuana insurance here in Michigan, it's like $1,200 a month. So
damn.
We're pretty on our own on this.
See, and this is why we need national federal regulation. I'm telling you right now.
Did you see where the U.S. government slipped some stuff into a spending bill overnight?
No, I haven't got on and looked last night.
They legalized.
I'm still writing stories from yesterday because we something big happened, kind of thing,
Well, yeah, there's so many damn things going on in the news and everywhere,
It's a little crazy out there.
They slipped into a spending bill that the federal government is no longer going to back any municipality that has a marijuana law. As long as you're following the law that is in your state, the federal government is no longer going to fund, back, or even be present during any type of raid.
So they're trying to save the money.
Yeah.
They're taking the money back. I was hitting the money sound effect, by the way, that whole time you were talking. I don't know if you heard it, but I was cha-chinging.
Yeah.
I gotta put it out there for these people that this is the only thing the feds care about. Right here, listen.
Cash money.
So the feds look at it from the perspective is, look, if the state isn't going to go after you, and you do know that, by the way, when the feds do their raids and shit like that, they lean heavily on local law enforcement's help, local law enforcement's intel, local law enforcement's presence to guarantee that raids and investigations go well. So if the state, like, and this is what the feds ran into in Colorado just a couple of years ago, is they were wanting to raid people, and the city, like El Paso County, the Colorado Springs Police Department, Denver Metro PD, all of them were like, look, we're not fucking with them. Pueblo, all of them. We're not fucking with them. We're not going to fucking help you. So then the feds were having to conduct their own surveillance, their own raids. If the drug dealing didn't involve the hard shit, the city and state of Colorado wouldn't get involved, And so what ended up happening ultimately is the feds stopped fucking with people over weed because they aren't willing to put out or shell out the dough, the money, the cheese, the feria, the guap, the dinero, the coin.
Well, it's ridiculous for our government to spend money on something they've already done research on and know that it's going to help the people.
I have to agree. Oh, by the way, Chris, you don't have to be on the show, but on Christmas Day, I'm going to air a show from about noon-ish here, so that it's already like 9 a.m. on the West Coast.
Okay.
And I'm gonna teach everybody how to make bacon wrapped jalapenos, and we're gonna make bacon wrapped water chestnuts, and we're gonna do all kinds of shit. But it's only about an hour long show. Or we're only gonna do an hour long show, but it'll be like an hour long commercial free from my kitchen show. And so anyway, I want you to definitely check that out and watch that. I'll tag you in it. I'm getting ready to go to a commercial break here in about 4 minutes, so I'm going to let you go so I can do the last segment and cover it, because I haven't covered any news. I was actually dicking around before. I really was dicking around before you called in. So before I don't want to get rid of you right this second. I'll get rid of you in about 3 minutes before, and then that way I got about a minute to get the break. But anyway, dude, come on. What's today, bro? We can't go without talking about this.
Uh-oh. Star Wars. Dun, 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 dun.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm so excited, dude. Like, I am getting off work. I'm cashing my check. I'm going Christmas shopping. And then I'm going to be done Christmas shopping by 9, 10 o'clock so I can catch the late showing of fucking Star Wars, because I don't care if I work at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. I don't have to get up early to do the radio show.
I'm going to the 9:30 showing.
I am so excited for you. I think I might have my cousin. I think I might call my cousin Kelly and tell her to just buy 4 tickets, and the 2 that I got to pay for, I'll pay her back. And then I need to hit up the chick that's kid I'm supposed to. Did you have Alex's? I gotta get this kid Alex, who I promised I'd take. He's like this 15-year-old kid from one of my friends, and like he just his dad passed away, a few years back or whatever, and he doesn't have like a role model figure. And I lost my dad at 20. Literally, I lost my dad. I think it was about a little less, like 3. It was like 3 weeks before, literally 3 weeks before my 30th birthday.
Well, I send my condolences, man.
Well, we both appreciate that. It's tough to lose a parent, especially when you're a kid, man. I can only imagine the kind of things that go through your head and bother you as a kid. So anyway, but I really like him. He's a cool kid. He's a gamer, And so I told him, I said, hey, I'm gonna go catch Star Wars out premiere night, bro. You in or not? And so he was like, I'm down. And I was like, dude, I'll buy your ticket, bro. I'll buy any kid's ticket. I won't, adults, I'm like, fuck you, buy your own ticket. I don't care.
Right.
But no, kids, I'm like, dude, I'll walk into a classroom and I'll buy all 30 kids tickets. That's just who I am. If I got the coin, the dinero,
right,
the feria, the guap. No, I'm just playing. I just love doing that and then hitting the machine. I love it. I'm addicted to it. I really am. I got issues.
But yeah, I'll definitely catch back up with you on Monday and shit, and I'll be on the show. And
let's do it. I want to get you interjected into the show a couple of times next week, just to follow up on this story. I mean, this is really interesting, and I mean, I'm not happy about this story, but I'm just saying it is actually a really interesting story. I kind of want to see what unfolds. I'm gonna try to call you this weekend and touch base with you and just see what's sort of the revelation that has came or happened since then or whatever. So, but anyway, enjoy the rest of the show, man, if you're able to watch. If not, I will definitely catch up with you either way. Again, like I said, later, or I mean, not later, but
it's great to talk to you, bro.
Always, man. I'm glad to hear from you, man. I'm not glad to hear what I hear, but I'm glad to hear from you.
Yeah, there's always lumps in the road.
Yeah, when life kicks you in the balls, just kick it back in the balls. That's what I say.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you later, bro. Thanks for being on the show.
Sucker fish.
So that, of course, our Michigan insider and Bay City bro, Chris Watkins. Bro, don't kill me for that. Please don't kill me for that. But Chris Watkins. Interesting that there was I'm still taken back by the whole robbery thing. Like, that's not cool. And to make matters worse, you're fucking with somebody's business and you're fucking with patient's medicine. And I think that that's where I personally draw the line when it comes to these things. And when it comes to, like, when you start messing with people's like money and their family and their business and their really their way to operate, that's pretty dirty. I mean, that's pretty low. We're going to go ahead and go to break. We're going to take a break. Now this will be a little bit longer break because we didn't have the music break during the first segment due to a technical difficulty. So we're going to take a double music break here. During the music break for you, I got High Times featuring Sean by Blair Bassar. And then, of course, I have Nothing Else Better Than Why don't we just go with let's go 2-piece and Pleasure P, your body. Coming up during the break. We'll catch you on the flip side after the commercial break, the extended commercial break that is, and then we'll come back. We're gonna go through the news in just a few minutes. We'll be back on the show, and then we'll get out of here for the day. We'll see you guys on Monday, but we're not out yet, so stick with us. We'll be back after the break. You're on High Tide Chick with the Doc MistaTre. High Tide Stick is a cannabis content, news, politics, and entertainment show for 21 and up. So do what you always do. Disrespect your parents, put your headphones on, kick your siblings out of the room, and enjoy the show. You're on High Tide Stick with the Doc MistaTre, live from Tampa, Florida. Coming July 2016, Bars Fest. Nothing better if you're going to do anything, that is, then Bars Fest is the way to go. Join Young Fats, MistaTre, Baby Bash, Little Flip, and Mike Watts from Swisher House at Bars Fest in Tampa. Bars Fest is brought to you by Trezona LLC and Fats Entertainment. Please remember that all scheduled artists are tentative until the contracts are finalized and signed.
To these baby girl, I'ma give it to you raw and uncut. Lick you all down your belly button till I reach your shit. You never had this type of loving. Now the mama, you mess around with the best. All I'm gon' give you is this good sex. Put the back against the wall. Levitation, I get you better than ball. Love naked, make it scream my name out loud. Roll call, you can be my Halle Berry. Monster ball.
I reminisce the day you came to my house with nothing on, but just a trench coat. I did enjoy it, and I put it on you. I left you shaking. Had a handful of your hair, sweat dripping from my face, and heavy breathing. Left the with no steaming, and I left you fiending, you couldn't take it. Your body's calling on. When we're having sex, girl,